When I started trading over 9 years ago, I was bouncing between strategies and I couldn't find one that worked for me. Now fast forward to today, I've been consistently profitable year over year in the market. And in this video, I want to give you a simple, beginner-friendly, yet effective and profitable trading strategy. I'm gonna show you back-tested results so you could see exactly how much you could potentially be making right now. And to kick things off, let's break down the simple 3-step system in order to execute this strategy so you can start making money today. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pull up SPY. That's just SPY. That is the S&P 500. That is the stock, or ETF in this case, that we're going to be doing all of our trading around for this specific strategy. Now, next, you're going to want to head over to your time frames, and we're going to be using the 5-minute time frame. So each candle just represents 5 minutes of time. That is what we've found this indicator to be very accurate on. Now, the indicator is very straightforward. When it says to buy, you're going to buy. And when it says to sell, you're going to sell. Now, I personally trade options. Options allow us to essentially leverage our capital. So instead of just buying a share of SPY, hoping that SPY is going to go up, obviously when SPY does, I'll make a little money. I'm going to buy an option contract. And specifically, I'm going to buy what's called a call. Options essentially leverage your capital 100 to 1. So that one option contract is the same as buying 100 shares of SPY. And right now, one share of SPY costs $538. So imagine how much I would need to buy 100 shares. Well, I need roughly $54,000 to do that. But because I trade options, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to trade, and then I'm going to head to all products. And this is where I'm going to have access to the options chain. And this is where I'm going to buy my option contracts. Now, if you don't know how to use the Thinkorswim trading platform, I will put a link in the description below to a full 40+ minute breakdown. And at the same time, if you don't know anything about options or how to trade options, we've got several videos on the YouTube channel. But for this strategy, you're going to be buying 0 DTE option contracts. Now, that means the option contracts that you're trading are going to expire that same day. That is going to be at least based off of the back testing we've done and the results that you're going to see later on in this video. We traded 0 DTE. It is up to you if you'd like to trade the next day or a couple days out. But what we're going to really want to do for this strategy is we're going to want to trade these 0 DTE contracts. And you can see today is April 15th, and we're going to pull up the SPY 15th of April contracts. And we're going to want to buy calls that are at the money. So at the money calls are going to be technically the 538 strike. You can see here 538 under strike. And these are currently going for $144 per contract. So just to recap, we're looking at the S&P 500. We're on a 5-minute time frame. When we get the buy signal, we're going to head over. We're going to buy up the S&P 500's option contracts that expire today, or it's up to you if you want to limit a bit of that downside or decrease that risk a bit. You can look to trade a further out contract. For example, 1 day, 2 days, 6 days, 7, etc. Those are going to be a little safer contracts. But for this strategy, we're out within the same day. We're not swing trading. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to buy up one of these contracts as we get that buy signal. And then when we get the sell signal, we are going to sell that one contract. So I did want to quickly interrupt this video. Obviously, I gave you the algorithm for free. I'm giving you this strategy absolutely for free, but this is not how I'm actually going about personally trading in the market myself. And even if it was, there are a whole lot of variables that do play into becoming a profitable trader, from risk management to trading psychology. I would say a strategy as a whole is one of the 3 parts in trading, and it's not everything that is going to be required of you to make money in the market. And I just simply don't want to leave you out there on your own. I'd love to bring you in to my mentorship, get you sitting next to me every single morning. I trade live. You'll be able to watch me. I'll send you my trades, my entries, and my exits, so you can follow along. You can copy myself. You can learn everything that you need to. I'll put a link in the description below, as we did just open a couple of seats inside my mentorship. With that said, I hope to see you over there. Let's continue on with the video. I'm going to spare you 2 hours, 41 minutes, but I sat here and I back tested 50+ trades, buying at the money contracts on SPY when we got that buy signal and selling those contracts when we got that sell signal. And it's going to look a little bit something like this. And again, this is a back-tested simulated environment. I was back at February, it looks like February 28th at 10:05. We got that buy signal. I just went ahead and I bought up $500 worth of those SPY contracts. So throughout every trade, all 50, I rounded to buy exactly or as close to, okay, as many contracts as I could within that $500 position size. And then if I fast forward here, you can see how that buy signal was triggered. And then look at that. And then I got the sell signal. So at that point that I got that sell signal, well, what I did was I then sold those contracts. Okay, so you can see here, I just was going ahead and I was fast forwarding through time. We got that sell signal. I waited for that 5-minute candle close as confirmation. I sold those contracts, and then you could see what happened shortly after. The S&P did pull back down to essentially where we bought in, then giving us another buy signal. Again, you got to wait 5 minutes, make sure that that buy signal does stay. We'll get false signals where you'll see a buy, but it might go away. So that's again why we're going to wait for confirmation for that buy signal to stay. We're going to enter on the next 5-minute candle. The same goes for exits. And then you can see here shortly after we got that buy, we then got a sell signal. And at that point, you'd sell that contract. Now, keep in mind that you may get a buy signal at market close. If you've bought 0 DTE contracts, obviously you're not going to want to swing those contracts. So you might want to consider toward the end of the day, especially the last hour of market open, if you do plan on buying those end of day signals, know that there may not be a sell signal until the next day, which means you may end up holding that position throughout the aftermarket and pre-market session. Just be prepared and buy those contracts that are maybe 2, 3, or more days out to kind of limit that downside after hours. I personally would say stick to the day trading, trade the buys and the sells within the same day, and just make sure you're 100% cash at market close. And after back testing over 50 trades, here are the results. You can see on my screen, trading $500 per position. You can see this equity curve. Now, when I was back testing, I accidentally selected 2024. So I was able to back test just about February 27th of 2024 up until just about the middle of May. So a couple months of data to solidify and show you that, well, this is not only a profitable system, but we're experiencing very little drawdown. We've had a max drawdown of only 2.75% and an average drawdown of 1.5%. And the account was able to grow about 40%. Our trade win rate is 58%, so we're winning just about 60% of these signals. I'm coming into the market, I'm deciding when I want to trade. I'm trading the signals, I'm not making any decisions. I'm simply letting the algorithm tell me when to buy and tell me when to sell. So at this point, we've covered obviously how to install the indicator, how this system and strategy works and functions as a whole, and we covered some of the rules, or all of them, that you need to know to properly execute this system. At this point, what we want to do after looking at the back tested results, seeing that we're profitable, is start live trading this strategy and begin making money in the market. Now, I've put a link in the description below. You can click on that link, enter your email, and that is going to give you access to this page, which you're then going to click to open manually. You're going to copy that link right there. And then over on your Thinkorswim trading platform, you're going to click setup. You are going to click on open shared item. You are then going to paste that link, click on preview, click open shared item after I press import, and click on import. Now, if you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, later on in a week or so, I'm going to be posting another strategy video using this algorithm, but showing you how you can capitalize on both market conditions, long and short, to be able to make money no matter what is happening within the market. And a little disclaimer, I don't personally use this strategy or this algorithm to trade at this current time. I'm utilizing a different approach to the market and to making money and finding that profitability myself. But I did want to equip you with a very simple, very beginner friendly means to make money in the market And like I mentioned, if you're interested in trading live with me every single morning, having access to see and copy my exact trades, I'll put a link in the description below to my mentorship group. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.